The ancient town of Imota is situated along the popular Ikorodu-Ijebu-Ode highway, a gateway to the eastern part of Nigeria, and lies northeast of Lagos. Imota is the headquarters of Imota Local Council Development Area of Lagos State. A visit to the quiet town reveals no harm, except the stench from the nearby cemetery in the town, a mysterious spot used for the indiscriminate dumping of unidentified bodies discovered by Galaxy News. It is indeed a scary sight, with decomposing corpses partially covered with building sand. For those who are not strong-hearted, a visit to this spot will send shivers down their spine, and they are likely to have nightmares over and over again because of the scary images of dismembered human parts. The cemetery is not only characterized by dense bushes, but a very short fence and a wobbly gate. Despite these conditions, residents of Imota have managed the site over the years, coping with the bad odor.
This place is meant for burial, but despite that, people, they will just come for mass burial, they will just dump bodies, dead bodies, anyhow, and go. And they just left the Imota, I think sometimes ago, sole administrator of Imota has came. He has inspected this issue, and they did nothing. The KBS is there. We couldn't hear anything from them. Maybe it's because we are outsider.
Meanwhile, the unusual stench from the cemetery aroused the curiosity of members of the community who visited the cemetery, only to find a pile of indiscriminately dumped dead bodies covered with building sand. Some of the most intriguing finds were body parts of the corpses sticking out, which led to a public outcry by residents.
Please and please, at the level of the Ministry of Health, we want them to do something for us. They should come to our rescue at the level of Imota here. Our people are suffering. This odor is too much. It's too much. We expected to do the right thing. Even despite the fact that the government have given room for the mass burial, we expected that whenever they come, they should dig the ground and do the normal thing, do the normal due process. This is just too endangered for the life of the people in this community.
I have lived here for 15 years. And corpses have been brought to this graveyard for burial for about 7 years now. They brought 6 trailers of dead bodies in broad daylight, and they were not properly buried. We've been dealing with this since the first week of November. We are now afraid because of the kids around. People are afraid to visit this area. We've been to the local government. They promised to find a solution, but we are still waiting.
Some residents said they had sighted lorries drive into the burial ground a few days before and blamed the local council for neglecting the place, despite drawing the attention of the sole administrator to the situation. They expressed fear of a breakout of an epidemic if nothing is done soon.
When
Galaxy News crew visited the local council secretariat, the sole administrator, Olufemi Okedi, was said to be away on an official assignment. However, some officials who declined to speak on camera said arrangements have already been made to beef up security at the place and get rid of the dead bodies. Also, the Oba of Imota, His Royal Highness Ajibade Agoro, who refused comment on camera, claimed to be hearing the situation for the very first time and assured that appropriate steps is being taken to address the situation. Galaxy News also visited the office of the Lagos State Emergency Management Authority, LASEMA, where its general manager, Tiamiyu Adesina, assured that steps will be taken to address the situation.
And we also follow it up to ensure that, they do recover such dead bodies and take them to the hospital. The agencies of government that does the mass burial, I'm sure you're talking about maybe mass burial of unclaimed corpses and all of that, I think it should be within the Ministry of Health, what they do there. But if we hear a report on the platform that so practice is going on and dead bodies are not properly buried, yes, we could send a report to the Ministry of Health, who will now know what agency of government are responsible for that, and they take action. All manner of reports can come to us. Our own is to inform the necessary agency of government that handles that to quickly go and do that.
As a resident of Imota awaits the swift response of the Lagos State government and the Imota Local Council Development Association, questions are being asked if the dead cannot have peace in the grave. That is, if they died in peace in the first place.